Welcome everyone to this very early in the morning, October 11th, 2018, Real Life Stock Review. My name is Brad Reed and I am a real life trader where our mission is to enrich lives. And I would like to encourage you to be good, and by good, I mean get out of debt, achieve your financial dreams, and give generously to your community. Folks, I botched it. I messed up. So yesterday, we had the swing trading floor in the afternoon, and I sent out a thing here on Slack, said, hey, I got a request. What do you guys want me to look at? And folks had all of these tickers they wanted me to look at, and I didn't get that until this morning. And so I did the whole swing trading floor yesterday, and I didn't talk about most of the things that y'all wanted to talk about. So I thought, hey, I'll just do a real life stock review about the things that some real life traders are looking at. So one of the ones on the list was MU. I did have a put trade that I closed out yesterday. It looks like right now it's a very minor gap down. I swear just 2 seconds ago, it was gapping lower, but I must have been looking at another ticker. So wow. Nope, it was. In the pre-market, this thing gapped way down. It's recovering now to the lows of yesterday, but MU could move lower today. Here is the daily chart. Now, I closed out my put yesterday because there is bullish divergence on MU, but it appears that it's got a pretty good chance of moving lower again today. Let me take some of these lines off of here. Yes, I'll remove that alert. Take that off. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I made a nice profit on this one. But if it comes into this support zone and does a wiggle, I would consider buying it. But at this point, I am ending the trade on MU, and I will be waiting and looking for another opportunity. Next on the request was ticker SQ. Current pre-market action is 71.86. So this thing's about to get wrecked again today. I probably, let's see, I think I've been telling folks I'm looking for a buy opportunity somewhere in this range, but it is expected to open right down there. So it might go down to the daily 200 simple moving average. It may wiggle, it may gap down but bounce up. But basically, ticker SQ is a buying opportunity. I'm just waiting for this signal, right? So if you're wondering what that signal looks like, study this right in here. Study this right in here. Study that. I think it'll make a pattern very similar to that in the next 5 to 15 days. So I know some traders like throwing out buy limits and waiting for it to come down and hit it and thinking it'll do a U-turn. If you are going to do that, I would suggest a protective stop underneath that support. For me personally, I'm going to wait for this thing to come down, find support somewhere, wiggle. Maybe it's on that 100 simple moving average. Maybe it's going to wait to this 200 and wiggle down there, but where I'm going to wait for the wiggle and then I'll win. WWW. Woohoo! Yeah, so that's my thoughts on SQ. If you are in, oh, actually, you know what? I'm also going to be waiting for earnings to be over and done with. If you are a holder of shares of SQ, time to buy puts and or tighten your stop. It could continue down further. BABA, oh, lost my lines again on BABA. I've drawn these supports on BABA about 3 or 4 times, and somehow I keep losing them. But BABA is into a very epic and strong support level. A lot of the Chinese stocks are just getting wrecked. BABA, Tencent, JD. I think it was either Adam Faragali or Matt DeLong, both traders that I very much admire. One of those guys said that while these stocks are getting wrecked, that they will come back, and so these are becoming huge buy opportunities. If you like to sell puts and get paid to buy low, then consider some tight put sales so that you can get filled. When I think about the economy in China, I think it's a strong economy. So whatever pullback this is in my opinion, an opportunity to buy low. But just like on SQ, on a lot of these stocks that are pulling back, I'm going to wait for that wiggle and then the move upwards. Let's take a look at Southwest Airlines. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Southwest Airlines, here we go. Kind of like a lot of these others, this thing has been descending for quite a bit. Hope you had your seatbelts on and your tray tables in the upright position. It's coming into a really strong support, though. And while I am not on board now, it might be time to get on board soon. Let's see again if we can wiggle and get a support zone. And also, you know what? I also see that earnings are coming up in actually 2 weeks. So I will be waiting on Southwest Airlines for that earnings to pass. And I would love for, what button did I just push? I promise I have used a computer before. I would love for Southwest Airlines to form some sort of basing pattern down here. Just go sideways, and then over earnings, we can either trade it down lower or we can buy the bounce back up. If I am holding shares of Southwest, I'm getting ready to exit. Hopefully you got out somewhere up here, but yeah, those are my thoughts on Southwest. NTNX was also requested, and oh man, I've got everything I need here to trade this thing bearish. Shoot, earnings are not for a long time. Man, I flat out missed this one, and I had my lines drawn and everything. So I would have wanted to short it there with a protective stop there. Target 1 there, target 2 down there. Oh man, I thought I made a huge mistake by forgetting to add these to the list, but man, that's money for real life traders right there, and for me that I missed. So sorry about that. Would I want this on a pullback? I'm going to analyze this. I might throw out a sell limit opportunity right there with a protective stop to see if that thing wants to roll and keep on coming on down. It looks more bearish than bullish. Let's take a look at the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so it's not in this bottom band. I am not going to enter a sell limit there. And if I am in this in a bearish position, I'm getting my stop to break even. Many times when a stock fails to get into that bottom band again, it can reverse and go bullish to some measure. So I will not be taking this thing bearish at this time. It could do something like that, right? Go, but that's kind of, that got into the bottom band and then just rested. This one has failed to get into that bottom band. So I think that last line is not what this might do. Yeah, I'm not going to go bearish here. If I am in bearish, again, I've got that, I'm going to move that protective stop to break even. Anything from the stochastics and RSI that I can learn? No, nothing there out of the ordinary. All right. So I hope you got it in bearish. Move your stop to break even and see if that thing will go all the way down to target 2. Congratulations if you are in it. If you are in bullish, I guess you just saw I would consider entering bearish. So a nice tight protective stop, maybe down here below that support, and see if it will go into that upper band. And if it does, that's when you're going to come back and move your stop up pretty tight and see if this is the bounce and see how high it'll go if it does that. Again, the magic of stock trading is not in predicting what a stock's going to do, but rather making a plan and saying, if the stock does this, then I will do that. And if the stock does this thing over here, then I'm going to do that. So again, it's not predicting, it's reacting. So NTNX covered that. DOCU, ugh. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of trading IPOs. Most IPOs, they go up and they come down and then they go sideways and then they take off again. So I guess watch DOCU to see if it'll wiggle sideways for a couple of weeks, like a lot of weeks, and then maybe consider taking it up again. If you are a holder of shares, I would suggest not losing. Tighten your stop. Bearish volume is winning. Bearish volume is taking over. If you're looking for an opportunity, yeah, I'm going to wait for it to wiggle down here on the support where it opened. GE bringing good things to life, trying to bring the stock price back to life. A pretty interesting looking move here, but with that daily 200 simple moving average coming down, I don't think that is the time to go bullish. Let's see, earnings coming up in 14 days. So if you were not in GE, I would wait. If you insist on trading at bearish, you want to buy some puts, I'd make that a quick one. Entry there, stop up there, target down here at that old support. But realize if that doesn't go quick, if it doesn't go quickly, then you may get trapped waiting on earnings. If I am in shares of GE, a nice tight stop because it did come up into a solid resistance and has that 200 simple moving average coming down. That may further act as resistance. You got earnings coming up. The whole market is wonky. So on all of your positions, I would say nice tight stops. Take targets if you're profitable. If you are going to hold over earnings, buy your puts, protect yourself. Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, there will be lots and lots of earnings announcements, and I think the market will get very, very volatile. Right now, it's been volatile in the bearish direction, but I think it'll go up and down kind of crazy. Like I think I did talk about XLK yesterday. It is into a fairly nice support level. Lots of earnings announcements coming up, like I just said, but also a lot in the tech sector. So again, I'd wait for that wiggle. I know Apple's coming up, Netflix is coming up, Amazon's coming up. So yeah, a lot of big announcements. So I'm going to wait till early November, but over the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to look for one of these right about there. Google has earnings in 14 days. We were just talking about tech companies that have earnings coming up. Obviously, getting bearish here, getting wrecked quite a bit. Coming into a pretty strong support area. So I think there's a good chance it does come all the way down here. It looks like it's a very small gap again today. If you are looking for an opportunity to get into Google, I think that opportunity is past, probably somewhere up in here. Yeah, for a lot of these, for me, the plan is just to wait until earnings passes. If I am in shares and I'm bearish, I'm going to look to close those out as it comes into this target with a protective stop either there or maybe there's something tighter we can get on the hourly. Yeah, like, well, not much tighter right in there. Cool. ACN, I believe we talked about this one yesterday, made a gorgeous double top. I didn't trade it, probably should have. Came down into a wicked strong support area. I can draw another one there. So all kinds of supporting here. So I would guess that the bearish move on Accenture is close to being done. Earnings are not for quite a while. So this is one that I do have on my regular watch list. I'm going to put it back up there on my regular watch list. And we'll watch that for a wiggle. And yeah, maybe let it wiggle for a week or two. And if this whole market stuff settles down, we'll take it bullish again. Folks, I will be looking for that right there on Accenture. And if I see it, I will put my entry at the top of this thing, probably a protective stop right there, and just ride the breakout. I will tell you my entry will be above this daily 100 simple moving average. So if this thing wants to wiggle and make like that ascending triangle, if you are trading for a long term, you have your stop there, and and you're going to let it ride. If you're a little bit shorter term swing trader like me, you're going to have a protective stop right there and might even explore the idea of buying a call, because when this thing likes to go, it goes quickly and it goes directly. Groovy, so that is ACN. I looked at Google. Lilly Pharmaceuticals is a stock I am very closely watching. I can't decide if I want to do a buy limit there with a protective stop down there, or something a little bit tighter, like an inch. I like that second one. So I will be looking for an entry, something around there with, yeah, the protective stop down there underneath that 50 moving average. Oh man, I love that. Yikes, I gotta wait for earnings. Shoot. Shoot, one of that one. So I'll wait for earnings, but that'll be kind of my plan on Lilly Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching this video. We'll tell you what, let me talk about the market since we're here. SPY gapping down to 276.52, so just a little bit above the daily 200 simple moving average. A lot of the conversation we had yesterday was that we are anticipating that it gaps down and trades up. Once again, I'm not placing any trades based on that. I am waiting for something like that to happen over here. Look for that wiggle, something like that. Again, a lot of earnings announcements coming up. So I am more exiting trades right now than entering trades. I'll be looking to get into trades again late October, early November. Yeah, so those are kind of my thoughts on the market. I think it rests and we recover for a little bit. But if you're unsure of what to do in the market, back trade. Okay, back trade. And if you want to get more videos like this, maybe you're watching this on YouTube or you're on Facebook or something like this, come over here to reallifetrading.com. We have free education right here. So take a look at these classes. You can go to YouTube and search for Real Life Trading. There are almost 1,000 videos that we have out there on different topics. They are all free for you to look at, but this has an organized curriculum. So if you are a beginner trader, come here. If you are more an advanced trader, check out our advanced trading section. And of course, if you have a specific question, you can go to YouTube and search for a video. You can also email me, brad@reallifetrading.com. But if you come over here to the account button and click sign up, you will be on our email list and you will get these daily stock reviews on a regular basis. They're usually short. Jeremy does a better job of them than I do, 5 or 10 minutes. And yeah, so if you are worried about the market taking a bearish tumble, sign up for those videos and we'll tell you what we're doing, what we're looking for, and we will most definitely have in the free videos. We will have it in the free videos if our long-term bias changes from bullish to bearish. Right now, we're bullish. Just a little, what has this been, like a 10-cent correction? I think I said 20% correction yesterday, which I can't do math. But at any rate, I think we rest, I think we recover, and I think we continue making higher highs before the end of the year. Folks, thanks for watching this video. You guys rock. And as always, trade on logic, not on hope. Have a good one.